All right, guys. Welcome back to episode 4 of the Six Idiots podcast with my co-host John. Say hi.
Hello.
Austin.
Hi.
Sky.
Whoa.
Ted.
Hi.
We got Micah.
Don't talk to me.
Alright, noted.
Understandable. And then our special guest Dixon.
Fucking. Why?
You chaotic bitch.
No. This was not on purpose. I promise you.
All right. So, what topics are we talking about tonight, boys? And
I think we should start off with. I think we should start off with Dixon's security guard stories.
So, what would you guys like to hear? Because
First off, jerking into windows apparently.
Oh, that one's a fun one. So, it was on a night where I was working on our biggest property. And we've had this property for fucking a long time. I think ever since our company even started, I think. But nonetheless, I was in a Discord call with Sky and a few other people. And we were just all, chilling and stuff like that. I left to go answer a phone call. My supervisor calls me. He warns me about a guy that is going up to windows and being a peeping Tom, but also jacking off into them pretty much. Like he's masturbating in front of these windows. And so after I get that call, I join back in the Discord call. I tell everyone what's going on. Not even 5 fucking minutes later, I catch the guy. I see him and I'm watching him doing this. I'm like, oh, I found him. And like everyone was telling me, show us. I'm like, I'm not going to show you idiots. I'm not going to. And I
should have.
It's funny.
For contact holders only.
Well, you guys wouldn't be able to see him anyway because it was like really dark. Hey, trust me, because my camera is. Yeah. Anyway, so I see this guy. He sees me. He pulls his pants up, but that's when he starts running. And I was like, oh, gotta go. So I left the Discord call. I chased him up about, I think, either a mile or somewhere close to half a mile up to this gas station, like right outside this gas station. I was already pretty fucking tired. I was out of breath, everything like that. And so I finally caught up to the guy and I tackle him. And I keep him there, and I call it out to my radio. I'm like, hey, got him. To end it kind of simply and shortly, after he made comments of wanting to diddle me, I replied back with, I don't think my boyfriend would like that. Then he started screaming homophobic slurs at the top of his lungs, which I find was funny.
Should have just pistol whipped him.
I don't have a pistol.
No, you should have. I was about to say that. You should have. As soon as he started screaming, you would have been like,
No witnesses! I was waiting for the headphones to just go.
That's what I was waiting
oh, they were.
I couldn't, sadly.
All right. Sorry for the podcast watchers and or listeners. I'm actually gonna go make some dinner. I'll be back though. So.
No, come on, John.
I just had to.
Not my fault.
Anyway,
I'll be back in like 10 minutes.
I got some question. I got a question for.
Okay.
So, in your line of work, like, is it typically just you sitting in a room by yourself waiting for something to happen?
Depends on the property. So the one property that I was talking about, typically what I have to do is I have to walk around the whole property. Since it's like a big account like that, So then like for Section 8 housings as well, yeah, we walk around there. We have to like pretty much make sure that no one is having, domestic violence and stuff like that. Then
As you should.
There's also sororities or fraternities that we work at as well. Now those ones we just kind of sit outside and make sure that no one falls over, or homeless people try to get in cars and stuff like that. That's
Or
happened
fucking
before.
dies.
Yes, pretty much.
Or, someone jerking off on a window.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah.
Sometimes, man.
Just you never know anymore.
Man's gotta bust a nut. Man's gotta bust a nut. That was a poor joke. I'm sorry.
So typically with like, it mainly it really depends on the property, So
That's completely fair.
yeah. Who just fucking pinged me in Discord?
Doesn't matter. They're completely irrelevant right now.
Yeah,
This is more important at the moment.
Doing
All
stuff.
right, what other things do we have? Oh, I actually.
I was
said this
I was
one.
actually going to ask a question about Nixon's career.
Yeah, what's
Oh,
up?
go ahead.
What is like? Is there any jobs that you remember where it was like traumatizing or like basically life threatening?
Oh yeah, when I fought the guy on PCP.
Oh,
Huh?
So,
All right.
elaborate.
John, is he fighting you again?
so
No, he left.
pretty much,
He's gone.
this was at the night at our section housing, section 8 housing. I was by myself. So keep that in mind as well. And backup's about 10 minutes away. PD's like same amount of time.
Trial
Right.
version.
So,
no.
No, mute him. Mute him.
Trial
I'm a deaf.
version,
Hang
anyway.
on.
Oh no, here we go.
Done. Okay.
Anyway,
Never mind.
so
He's good.
anyway, so I was, I was just kind of walking along and everything. I get a call from our dispatch saying, "Hey, there's a domestic violence over at this place." I'm like, "Okay." And typically with domestic violences, they're typically just a bunch of yelling and screaming arguments, right? This one wasn't the case. This one
Nothing
was
like drugged up junkies.
oh god, no. This one really fucked me up. But so I go over
Oh
there.
God.
I knock on the door. This 6'5" fucking dude, this big old burly guy, has got like over 200 pounds on me. Opens the door. I look at his pupils, and that's immediately when I knew he was on something. Because if you notice those like little kind of minor details, you'll notice that pupils can get larger over time and that kind of stuff. And that's how typically we tell if someone's on any kind of narcotics or anything like that. So immediately the first instinct was back the fuck up. So I step back. I take like 40 steps. I like 5 feet away from him.
Take
And
40 steps to get 5 feet away from him. Got it.
exactly yes.
Dope.
But so I quickly put my hand on my pepper spray, because that's the only thing I have at that moment. Because that level of force, because we have a use of force matrix. Since this guy is way bigger than I am, it immediately goes up, straight the fuck up. So I'm stepping back and everything like that. I'm like, hey man, just come along with me, right? Just come step outside. Because I knew he wasn't going to talk.
Let's just talk.
Yeah, he wasn't going to talk.
Oh yeah,
I knew he wasn't
Okay.
going to talk. And so that's when I looked down at his. That's when I looked down at his fists, and that was immediately I knew I had to take this guy in.
It was
His
flexed like he choked someone out. Just
Well, his fists were completely bloody, like not of his own volition. John, Ted, I'm sorry, your face just went oh. But it's an understandable response to that. But so immediately I was like, fuck, okay. So I call it out, to units. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna need backup now. I kept my thing on hold, and he started walking towards me. And at this moment in time, I kept giving him commands. I kept trying to tell him what to do, all that kind of stuff. He would not listen. He just stared directly at me the whole time. So, and in this manner, typically with us at least, whenever someone doesn't say anything and they start walking towards us, immediately we have to get ready to fight, because typically it's what happened like 99% of the time. So because he kept walking towards me, I pull out my pepper spray. I'm like, stay back, man, you're gonna get sprayed. And I gave him that about 3 different times, and I said deploy, which is what we're supposed to do. We got to give them 3 warnings before we actually deploy. And so I sprayed him, right? I started off at the forehead, and it just kind of leaked down from there, because that's how pepper spray works. Depending on this, so if it's stream, typically you aim for the eyes and that kind of stuff. But since I have foam,
like a bug mist.
exactly. But since I have foam, it leaks down, and it gets down into those little crevices of the eyes and stuff. So then I spray him, and I take a step back to the side, right? I stay way back into the side. Looks straight fucking at me.
He just doesn't budge.
No.
The pepper spray just doesn't do shit. He just.
I mean, he's a little snotty and a little teary-eyed, but that's typical, but nothing else.
I bet he thought just,
What a minor inconvenience.
No, what he thought was this, and I quote,
Overruled, old man.
Overruled. Anyway,
Oh god.
that's some point where I'm like, oh fuck, because like yeah. So I call it out. I'm like, pepper spray didn't work. I'm going to baton. And I would like to bear in mind that my baton is a metal collapsible baton.
All right, so it's one of
Aiden and
those.
Pierce from fucking Watched.
I was
Yeah.
threatened with
Yeah.
it once.
Oh, I was too. But that's a different
Dixon,
story.
do we need to bring up pans? From Alex? Do we need to bring up pans?
Hands?
Didn't Alex threaten you with a pan? Like every time Alex
We don't
goes on
talk
a pan,
about that.
Continuing the story.
Hands terrify me. And that's
No.
another story too.
Dixon was on a job and just sent me a video of his baton and was like, "Hey, you better be careful."
Oh no, I said bend over.
I think I got that video too.
Anyway, so at that point, baton was already going to be used. So I step up towards him and I give him level 1 strikes. Now, with level 1 strikes, they are up in the thigh area or the meaty parts of the body. So, no bone breaking shit. Then level 2s, obviously bone breaking up towards the chest and arm level, that kind of stuff.
Level 3 is just you kill the motherfucker.
Yeah, it's head strike pretty much. It's a head strike.
Gonna just pass him out, just knock him out at that point.
You're just gonna pass him out.
Yeah.
Right at that moment, I go for like 5 or 6 level 1 strikes. Nothing. Didn't affect him. So then as I'm going in for level 2 strikes, he brings up his hand and I whack the fucking shit out of his hand so hard that it broke his hand. Still nothing. Still going towards me.
This man just built different.
Alrighty then.
This man's just built different.
Bear in
Was
mind
he
is that I had to
saying
call
anything
out.
when this was happening?
No, not a single fucking word.
Oh god, that's terrifying.
Yeah, I literally thought I was going to get choked out to death. But nonetheless, when I was just straight up backing up, I was just backing up the whole time. After that strike, I knew I couldn't go to level 3. I couldn't. Because at that moment, like nothing was working or anything. So I just kept stepping back and waiting for backup. And I kept calling it out and everything. PD was on their way. As soon as I get backed into a corner, a little garbage thing, right? Like this little corner garbage thing. Like those big fucking apartments where they have, yeah. So I get backed up into there. The guy immediately just stares right in front of me, just stares directly in my eyes, had his fist raised up and everything. At this moment, I was like, I'm fucking dead. I'm fucking dead. And so thank fucking God, before he threw his punch, my supervisors and PD arrived at the same time. And so now he is called the Terminator. Or
oh my god, yeah.
I mean,
that's a whole other level.
I mean, you gotta respect
What's
it,
the name
I
of that
guess.
dude? What's the name of that dude from Resident Evil 2?
Oh god, what is his name?
Titan? Was it Titan?
No, it was something else.
That man is straight up the meme. I'm just built different. That's that man.
That's that man.
He is the meme.
The most terrifying thing anybody can do is
it's just not say anything.
Walk up to you in a threatening manner, completely silent.
Exactly.
Exactly.
But later on, when the paramedics arrived as well, they checked up on the wife, I believe it was, that or girlfriend, I can't remember. She was lucky to live.
Oh,
she was put into critical condition at the hospital.
Bruh.
I mean, if you keep talking about the person or the man, you're saying he was brolic as fuck, was like 6'5", and pepper spray, a broken wrist, and just everything else didn't budge him, and he didn't say a single thing. That man.
Wait, hold on, I don't remember this. I mean,
something.
my hand was never broken. I don't know about you, but my hand.
John, shut the fuck up.
There's for the podcast listeners who don't know, me and Sky have a running joke that I am addicted to PCP. So
John's not addicted to PCP.
It's funny because the story was about a guy that I thought that was.
Yeah, that's why I made the joke. That's why I made the joke.
I didn't even find out that he was on PCP until like the paramedics told me, because they had to check up on him and everything like that. And apparently, he still didn't say a fucking thing.
You couldn't tell within like my face. You can tell.
I was whitewashed.
Shut the
Come on.
fuck up.
Good Lord. But yeah, that's pretty much what happened. And I do remember a funny little one This happens sometimes, but this one just fucking, I thought it was hilarious. So I'm going to say this right now. This isn't directly my story, but this is someone else that works for my company who had this incident come up with them. So believe it or not, people confuse us for cops sometimes. That's not a joke. Like, and
I believe it.
so my buddy was telling me that while he was at this one property of ours, there was like several people walking by him with alcohol in their hands, you know, and open carry, or not open carry, Jesus, open alcoholic
They
drinks.
were hiding Glocks inside of the bottles.
Oh hell yeah, obviously.
I need to defend myself.
Why do you
Straight
instantly
up
resort to
magic.
smashing it on your head?
Because where else you can smash it on the
Shotgunning to a
ground?
whole
Now
new
it's away
level.
from you. You crash it against your head. Cock,
Shotgunning to a
take
hole.
a shot.
Thank you. I'm glad somebody heard that. It took a lot of
What
But,
happened?
So
That's
basically,
shotgunning to a whole new level. Just
there was this one kid that passed by him, right? And he was old to open a bottle of vodka, which is, you know, if anyone knows, it is this guy's favorite drink. Anyway,
This motherfucker just outed me.
anyway,
just straight up
God.
guy's face. Just
Oh, Dixon! I don't know! Maybe just...
Shut the fuck up!
oh god, I hate it.
Back to your story.
Back to the
So-
story.
this one kid, this poor fucking kid, dude, he walked past him, and from what I was told is that he immediately basically shit his pants. He looked at my buddy, right, and dropped the bottle. And he was like,
Dropped it.
"Oh, fuck." You know, and so he literally like went on his knees and started begging not to go to jail. I thought it was the funniest fucking thing ever because like it happens so often that people get confused, but it's never happened like this. And you know,
I
sometimes
should
we
have
take
just
advantage.
went with it.
Sometimes we take advantage of those kids that are like begging for it. Like sometimes we'll say like, "Give me one reason why we shouldn't," or "Are you good to do a field sobriety test?" And just basically tell them the law about it. And this poor kid, he was like, "I'll do a field sobriety test. I'm not drunk. I'm sorry. I can't get a minor in possession. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry." My buddy just gave him one look, and he's like, "Go back into your
outta here."
apartment and go to bed." He's like, "Okay, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry." Fucking runs off crying.
But just get the fuck
Aw.
out of here.
I thought it was
at
the
that point,
funniest-
I would be the security guard to put him in cuffs and be like act like I'm signaling on the radio, just to scare him.
Bruh, not even that. When he runs away, I would literally just be like,
Jesus. I do remember another time. I was
just
actually
take the bottle.
I was in a Discord call with a couple of people actually in the server with Alex one night, and it was just it was a really chill night. It was really vibey, all that kind of stuff. And I remember this one female was coming down here. She's like, "Hey, I'm looking for my dad pen." I'm like, "Okay, have fun." And then she kept flirting with me, just constantly, just because that's typically what the females do. They flirt with you so they can try to get special favors. She told me her room number and everything, and then like she kept flirting with me. And the funniest thing about it the whole time was that she kept just trying and trying, and then eventually, when she realized that I was rejecting her, she was just like, "I'm gay. Bye bye." That's
Okay.
it. She was just like, "I'm gay. I'll see you later." I'm like, "Okay, well."
Okay.
Okay. You know, sure. All right.
The amount of times I have had boobs flashed at me just to go into the pool is immaculate.
Huh.
Sounds like I need
Huh.
a good job, boys.
Hey,
Just
I
got
might,
one, God.
I might cut myself a new job. No, I'm just saying.
Ted, you gotta move to the fucking United States first.
Oh my god, bro,
Yeah.
that's my whole plan in general. I'm not gonna accomplish anything if I stay studying here in Puerto Rico. What am I gonna do here? Am I gonna create a new rotary swap Toyota? No, I want to go over there.
I want to make a rotary swap Toyota over there.
over there, not here. Oh God.
But yeah. Is there anything else you guys have questions about? Anything else?
All right, have you actually gotten to like beat a man, like straight up? Just
Not with a
Just-
baton.
oh, you
Just fucking pow.
you just tackle the man and just start.
Thank you,
Cool.
Ted, for asking the question of basically, have you ever committed
A felony?
Assault and battery.
have you ever committed felony battery is basically what you just
No.
asked.
Okay, so for felony battery, no. People have tried to commit felony battery on
But
me.
non-felony for non-felony
Non-felonious
battery,
battery,
maybe.
Um,
Ooh,
Woo.
spooky.
Oh, you know what? That brings up another story. The same
All right,
place
go ahead.
that I was working at, where I caught the guy jerking off at a window. I kept feeling something hit my back, like these weird little fucking pellets, right? Literally, I was just going.
They were actually bullet holes, and I took them as pebbles.
And I died.
Well, so I kept feeling this. I was like, "What the fuck is that?" So I looked behind me. There's this kid that's holding what looks like a gun. I was like, "Oh fuck!"
I've been shot.
I was like, "Uh-oh." And so the first thing I did immediately was start chasing after the kid. The kid started running away. I called it out, about, let's say, like, go to 2 to 3 blocks. I tackled the fucking kid, and I secured what I thought was a firearm.
Turns out it was like a bagel shaped like a firearm or something.
It was a fucking airsoft gun.
Oh God damn it!
It was a bagel.
Okay, no, you know what you just proved? Wait, whoever was talking, go ahead.
So whenever we lived in Indiana, there was this bank that was like kind of secluded, like in a corner of the town, right? Kid you not? I think it was in Indiana. I don't know. Either way, some dude robbed it with the water gun.
But
I'm
did
not
he get
surprised.
away with it?
No, he was arrested, but he
I'm
got away
leaving.
with money.
Sounds like Indiana.
No, that's what I mean. Wait, he got.
Yeah, he got away with money.
So,
At this
okay,
point,
what
I'm
I'm gonna
just
say.
gonna paint my hand black, put a little tip on my finger, and I'm gonna be like this and see what happens.
So what I was gonna say
Fine.
is, Dixon basically just proved all those guys and girls wrong who say like, airsoft guns aren't real guns. Dixon just proved that wrong.
When it's dark out and you can't really see that well, yes,
Exactly.
you can't tell,
And especially those dipshits who paint their orange tips like black to match their gun.
Oh
Well,
god,
it depends
I hate
on the
those
airsoft gun
fucking-
that you buy, whether it'll have an orange or a black tip. If you buy an actual airsoft gun, like ones that meant to be shot at each other, it will have an orange tip. But if you buy like the pellet guns, they will not, because it uses CO2 canisters with a high velocity BB
or green gas, yeah.
or green gas.
But yeah, no,
You aren't allowed to
that's
use
one
those
of
on
the
the field.
that's one of the biggest misconceptions that people typically have, is that you can tell an airsoft gun from a real gun. No, you can't. Not
No,
when
you
it's dark out. And
You
You really can't.
that's the scariest thing too, is that you don't know. You don't know. And if
And it could be a real gun until it's too late.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
Treat all firearm lookalikes and real firearms like they're real firearms.
exactly.
That's what
hmm
But basically, one thing led up to another. I had to take the kid down. The kid, unfortunately, he had to go to juvenile detention for it. I can't remember what the necessary charge was, but he did have to go down for it. And his mother was pissed. His mother was
My mother
furious.
would have decapitated me in the courtroom. I guarantee it.
On site.
Oh,
she would have
not
took.
pissed at- no,
My
no, no,
mom-
At that point,
Here's
it's
the best
on
part.
site with me and my
This is
mother.
the best part. She wasn't pissed at him. She was pissed at me.
I saw that coming.
Sounds
Yeah,
about
so-
right.
The kid
That sounds
was
about right.
So unfortunately, the kid was 15, and that I didn't
Oh,
know until like later knowledge. But this mother was just screaming at me. He's like, "Why did you tackle my son?" Blah blah blah. And I was like,
Because it was
"Okay."
a real firearm.
I was like, "Listen, there's one of two things that could have gone down. That was an actual firearm, and I could have been shot and killed, or that was an airsoft gun. And I wasn't taking those fucking chances." And
Oh, yeah.
so I apologize that I had to tackle your son, but maybe tell your son not to be a fucking dipshit about it. And I immediately left. I was like, that's it. I'm done. I
quit.
Oh,
I quit.
It's over. It's over.
have you guys ever had that time, like at work or something like that? You guys ever sit at work? You're about 10 minutes off shift. You're finally about to get off, everything like that. And then the most amount of bullshit just happens.
Oh, yeah.
And then you
All
have
the
to stay
time.
for like an extra 30 minutes.
All the time.
So I remember this one time I had just gotten off a rough night. I had taken down like at least 4 or 5 parties, dealt with a domestic. I was finally ready to get off. I was so happy. I was just like, oh, thank God. Shit you not, the fire alarm gets pulled.
Okay, fucking.
And I literally screamed, motherfucker. And
As
so
you should.
yeah, and so
Valid-
I'm staying inside
valid
the building.
response.
I'm like, come on, let's go. Everyone out. Let's go. Move along. Trying to guide people out and everything. And so I thought it was a real fire. So I was like, okay, hey, I need fire and fucking everything here. Right? Some little asshole kid pulled the fire alarm.
Imagine that.
I would have punched him on the spot. I don't care
Did you
if I would get fired. I would literally punch him on the spot.
On site.
Did
Like,
they
you
ever?
should've-
Did they ever give a reason as to
No,
why
they
they
never
pulled
gave
the
a reason. We never actually caught the guy either.
How cool.
That or PD did. But yeah, fucking fire alarm goes off like 10 minutes before shift after that long of a night. I fucking wanted to kill myself. But
Run if it was a real fire, you just run right back in. Just take me.
Take me.
or you know what? I love guys in the fire department. Don't get me wrong. I love first responders. I respect them a lot. But some of them are the most impatient motherfuckers you will ever meet.
Oh yeah.
That's the truth.
I remember one time, same property as jerking off at window and shooty kid.
Shooty.
15-year-old mother gets
Shooty,
mad.
shooty kid.
Yeah, but I remember the fire alarm. The fire alarm got tripped over at a specific place. Right. I'm like, well, shit. Okay, so I'm on my way over there. Fire is already on the way over there as well. And so I'm sitting outside. I'm like, what's going on? Is anyone hurt? Anything like that? Trying to help guide people out. Bear in mind, this was one of my first nights out here. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know which keys go to what and that kind of stuff. Because we had like this big old thing of keys and shit. No idea where any of them went. So, I'm sitting outside waiting for the fire department. Fire department goes in. About like 5 minutes or so that I'm sitting out there making sure people are good, guiding them out and all that kind of stuff. My supervisors come along. They're like, oh, well, go down there with the fire department and help them open the door. I'm like, okay, all right. So I go down there. I'm trying to open this door and the key doesn't work or anything like that, right? So I go back outside to let them know. They're like, oh, this is the key. I'm like, oh, okay, thank you. So I go back in and the captain of the fire department looks at me. He's like, fuck, I got impatient.
He kicked the door in.
Door down. He
I
kicked the door
knew
down.
it.
Dude, I would too if I'm honest.
I mean, if I had that kind of power, of course.
Like,
I'm gonna
people
do
are
it.
dying. Just kick the door.
Honestly, if you think about it, that's why.
So it was like,
Well, I mean, as well as with the treat all airsoft guns like they're real firearms. I guess first responders always like treat calls that they get like it's an actual emergency, just in case.
But
So
with
like,
this fire system, it was sorry to interrupt, by the way, but with this fire system, they could tell if it's they could tell it's like if it's an actual fire or not. It wasn't an actual fire; it just got tripped randomly. So
it's like one of those modern systems where like they can.
You're right.
sell,
Yeah, exactly.
Like O2 or something.
Yeah,
Run
exactly.
monoxide.
Yeah. So that's what happened with that. But yeah, it's fucking great.
That's whack.
That shit.
All right, one
Well,
last
I'm
one. And then
I'm not gonna forget about Terminator.
I mean, you get going. You can enjoy us. You can enjoy talking about topics with us if you want to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely. Well, I have one more before.
wait, hold on.
We're only
Actually,
30 minutes
before you
in,
do that,
so-
if you wanna tell this after or before this story, one of the topics that I put on here was how to tell an ID is fake with Dixon because you were talking about fake IDs earlier.
Fuck it, we can put that in there.
All right.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll explain it after the story. So,
All right.
Fine.
one of the funniest the things that I have personally experienced was just mainly fraternity kids. Fraternity kids are fucking stupid.
Oh, I know. I'm about to be one.
But so I'm sitting outside the sorority right now, or I was sitting outside the sorority. I was just hanging out, so I could do a quick patrol, make sure everything's fine. One of the college kids peeks out the window. He's like, "Hey, you!" I look at him. I'm like, "What?" He's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm doing my job." He's like, "Being a creep?" I'm like, "No, being a security guard." He's like, "I'm gonna kick your ass." I'm like, "Okay."
1v1 me on Rust, cunt.
Oh my god!
I was just like, "Okay, come on, come at me then." So then the kid fucking starts running down and everything, right? And so immediately I was just like, okay. I pull out my pepper spray and I'm sitting there waiting for him.
You're just like,
okay, what you should have done, as soon as you busted through those doors, you should have had your baton extended in one hand and your hand on your pepper spray in another and be like, try me, cunt.
That will sometimes have to happen at some point.
Try me, comrade.
That will have to happen at some point. By the way, I would have to deal with them if it's a serious situation. But nonetheless,
you mean like Terminator?
Yeah, I thought about it, but I mean, pepper spray didn't fucking work. So,
Was that gonna be a new ranking now? 1, 2, 3, Terminator.
Exactly. Anyway, so this kid, he comes running at me and everything like that, right? Just deploy. I spray the fuck out of him. And then I take a step back to the side. It's like, oh, you little bitch. I'm like, yeah, go cry to your fucking mom. Goes back in his room.
Go cry to your sorority members, pussy.
Go cry to your mom. You were like sick and tired of that day. You're just really tired. You're like,
I feel like
fake IDs.
I know. No, Dixon's just like having a really bad day. Pepper sprays him once. She's like, why'd you do that? Just stands over him, holds it for 10 seconds,
just sitting there.
It's like silly string.
Just releases the entire can.
Just empties the entire can.
Yeah, pretty much.
It just starts fucking piling up. Just keep going.
Their eyeballs literally like dissolve.
No, John,
He's straight up not even
taking it too far.
No, he straight up just passed
There
out
is
on
no
the spot.
Comrade wasn't too far.
No. That
No.
wasn't far enough.
Just disintegrating
I
eyes.
can
is
go
too far.
farther.
Anyway,
So,
fake IDs.
Fake IDs.
So typically, one of the first things that you learn when you're like trying to figure out when a fake ID is typically with fake IDs, they're out of state. That's one of the biggest things about it.
Oh yeah.
That's usually the next state over, maybe like 1 or 2 states over. Typically, we have a lot of Missouri IDs, North Dakota IDs, Oklahoma IDs, Colorado IDs, all that kind of stuff. With how each ID works, it's very, very different. There's some IDs where if you hold them up to a light, you'll see like a little turtle or something like that.
And there are some where on the back they're literally just plastered with "This is fake. Don't worry."
Well, typically they fake the barcodes on them. Like if you go look on the back of an ID, you'll see like these little barcode or whatever like that, right? Well, something visually similar. Some fake IDs won't have that. Some fake IDs do have that, except they're in a different pattern than like regular IDs, even though they're all different patterns. These ones usually diverge completely off and just do not look real whatsoever. Sometimes they're like a big black line, or sometimes they won't even look like that at all.
It just won't look like an ID. It's a piece of paper. It says ID real, and it's just a drawn picture of them, and it's just a stick figure.
It's a stick
You
figure.
know, right?
Dude,
No.
if anyone
Hey.
puts that much effort into a fake ID, you're damn right. I'm letting them in the club.
So
age, old enough. Sex, yes.
Old enough.
Sex,
Yes.
please.
Just straight up.
I'm begging, hands and knees begging.
So
Yes.
I can't confirm that every ID is exactly the same as like a Kansas ID or something like that, but I can say that there's a lot of things you can look at that will, tell from a fake ID and that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
With newer fake IDs, you can tell just off the bat, like, well, fucking copy sucks. Or usually they'd have a different name change, same profile pic thing, everything like that. Different birthday, of course. But
I want to check. You said they had like a little dolphin or something.
sometimes with Kansas IDs, if you hold them up to a light, though, like if I hold my driver's license up to a light, and I could see a little turtle there.
Fuck. Okay, I guess
think
mine.
I-
if you like hold it up to a light, you see like little iridescent like seals of the state of Wyoming.
Right, yeah. Typically,
That's
you'll
the way it
see.
is.
Why does mine have a penis on it?
Mine's
You might be
somewhere-
fake, John.
I don't feel like looking for it.
But mine's somewhere over here.
That's how we typically tell
We're
as
all
well.
finding
But
our IDs. Hold up.
let's say, for instance, Georgia State ID. Georgia State IDs usually have this gold star, right?
Mine's on the
They
other
don't
side
have
of the
them
room.
on the fake IDs. They don't have them.
Oh wait, no, it's not. It's right here.
Missouri IDs, I can't remember like without showing you is the biggest thing.
I get that.
Like most of the details is that like I would have to visually look at it and then tell you and spot the differences from a real ID.
Fake an
stuff.
ID and then show us right now.
Yes, make a fake one.
ID
and use
right
it
now.
Hold on, you know what? Fuck it.
Go
Google.
through the entire process.
Google the entire process of making one and using one.
Actually, when I was working at the bar, IDing kids a while ago, one of them brought me a medical card. I thought that was fucking funny.
That's funny. No, that's
great.
funny. That's
all
funny.
I'll do is this. ID, please. I don't have an
I don't
ID,
care who
but
you are.
I
You
got.
show me a military ID, you're getting in.
I got a membership card.
Nah,
I'll just give him my Kroger Plus
Barnes
card.
and Noble membership card. You know.
You want
Here's
to
my
go to Sam's with
Abercrombie
me?
and Fitch credit card.
No, you know what's the funny thing about this membership card?
It's expired.
There's no Barnes and Nobles in Puerto Rico.
Why the fuck do you have it?
How the
I
fuck
have
do you
it.
have it?
I have it because I have Stephen King's It novel, and to get a discount on the book, I had to become a membership. I had to have a membership card, and that book was like $5 because of this membership.
Actually,
But
okay. I
now
do
it's
remember
expired,
one thing to look at. So, typically with fake IDs, if you go look at your ID, for instance, you kind of see that fine line or pattern that's on it, or like you see another image of yourself somewhere on that ID.
Mhm.
That's typically something you won't see on there. There's laser engravings, there's laser perforations, overlapping data, all these kind of things. I can even send you guys a link on like an infographic of what to look for in a fake ID.
How to get
we'll
one?
check it out after the podcast, yeah?
For sure, yeah. I'll even post a link right now.
Biggest of Pogors.
Then I'll save this link and then we can put it in like the description or something.
Yeah,
Or
I'll
I
put
could-
it in
I could
the
create a new window capture. We could just show it on here.
So that's the end of the security stories, I guess.
Yeah.
Do we want Micah? Do we want to go through those questionnaire
Those
results?
questions?
Oh, questionnaires.
Yes, please.
Let's see what people got to say. Let's see how hard we
Alright.
have each other.
Let's see how we got this. All right.
So it looks like we got 12 responses, including our own. So first question: most likely to create a religion based on themselves. It tied for third place. We have John and Austin. In second place, we have Sky, and then in first place, we have yours truly.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.
I'm not
surprised either.
A religion based on myself. All right.
Austin.
Question number 2.
Me and you were tied.
Yeah, you were.
I'm leaving the
most
call.
likely.
I
here,
can't
bitch.
leave the call. I'm trapped.
Just wait for this one.
Okay.
This one's very kind of
right.
interesting.
Stay.
Most likely to create a depression playlist after experiencing a minor inconvenience. Tied for fourth place is Austin, John, and Kevin. In third place we have Tyler. In second place we have Sky.
Yeah!
Top one.
I'm not the first one! Woo! I mean, they got that wrong because I made Rain Cloud out of a
Oh wow!
complete inconvenience.
Wait, who
This
got
one's
first
really
place?
interesting.
Micah?
Me, I did.
Mike again.
Yeah.
This is rigged.
so-
This is rigged.
Third
This is
question.
rigged.
Hold
Just
on.
rigged.
Third question is, who do you bring home to parents? This
Okay.
one was very, very interesting because it's almost like
I'm last.
evenly split among
I'm last.
everyone. Oh, except for Kevin. Kevin, you didn't even make the chart.
Yeah, I mean,
Damn.
I'm Puerto Rican, so no one cares. I mean,
So tied for third place is me, John, and Sky, and then tied for first place.
What, am I not good enough for you?
Austin and Tyler.
Am I not good enough?
Interesting.
That is very interesting.
That's so funny.
That's very interesting.
That is so weird.
Laugh the
for
person who
me.
didn't vote.
Funny.
bitch.
Alright, and then
Hey, don't talk to our viewers like that.
this one,
I'm sorry,
this
I
one's
love
really,
you.
really interesting.
Next question.
Bitch.
Who is absolutely never meeting the parents.
Ted.
In fourth place, I'm surprised you even made this, considering the last question, is Austin. In third place is
Surprised.
Kevin. In second place is Sky.
Am I that
And
bad?
in first place is John.
John, we're
I mean,
really
you
bad.
would-
I don't want to meet your
Okay,
parents anyway,
let's-
so it doesn't hurt my feelings.
John, you're gonna say something, and then I'm not gonna be able to go outside ever again.
Nope.
I don't want to meet your parents anyways. There's only
We're
one
gonna
person
have
who I
our
don't
own
wanna meet
place,
your
and we're
parents
still not gonna be allowed to leave.
No.
I'm gonna be on house arrest, basically.
Yeah.
All
For
right, anyway.
brutal murder.
These next two questions, I absolutely hate them. Who'd unknowingly
God.
join a cult? Tied for fourth place is Austin and Tyler. Why
are we always
in
together?
Third place.
I don't know.
In
Oh.
third place, we have Kevin.
They're already in a fucking cult. What do you mean?
In second place is Sky. And guess who's first place?
Is it you?
Yeah, it's me.
Yeah.
I've started a cult already. Come on.
Oh,
For legal reasons, it's not a cult.
I
These
get
next
first
two-
on not being able to meet the parents, man.
This-
This is y'all hate me.
This
Y'all hate me. I
Discord
swear.
server is basically a cult at this point.
At
Oh,
this
yeah.
point, that's
These-
all it is.
These next two go hand in hand, and somebody actually refused to answer the second part, which is funny. Because on the first one, it's oh, that was the wrong. Where is it? There it is. There
Excuse
it
me a minute,
is.
boys.
So the first part is who's gonna get a sugar daddy? In fourth place, we have Kevin. In third place, we have John. In second place, we have Austin, which is super interesting. And then in first place is me.
Oh,
I didn't even
And
make the list.
then-
Let's go.
I didn't either. Don't
Let's
worry,
go.
Sky, I didn't either.
And then
Hell yeah.
I hate how
the
I
second-
made it. Like, why?
I don't understand why
'Cause
you
you're
were there.
broke.
I really don't.
Everyone wanted me to.
So the second part of this question is who's going to be that sugar daddy. This is very interesting because the person who won was also somehow in the last result as well. It's tied for second place among Kevin, Tyler, and Sky.
Bitch, I'm broke. You ain't getting fuck all from me.
And Kevin's gone.
I hate this.
In first place is Austin.
Yup, I saw that
Yeah.
one coming.
Saw that.
Hey,
guy.
at least
Yeah.
people acknowledge that I'm broke and you're not getting a single penny of me, even if I did have money.
Yeah, I'm a broke bitch, man. Come on.
Alright, so next question
No,
is
Ted's a-
who's
come on. I
don't
drowning
have
in their
money.
depression room?
Sky?
Tyler, myself, everybody in this Discord call as of right
Everybody
now.
in this call.
Third place is Tyler. Tied for
Fair.
second place is me and Austin, and then first place is Sky. And then
Sky, you won one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait,
you won. Yeah.
Wait, which one did I win?
You
What?
didn't win
No,
anything,
you didn't win
Kevin.
anything,
Ew.
Kevin.
Oh,
You don't
Oh.
ever really win anything.
Kevin, you want to know what you have won though? You've won my heart.
being a. Oh my god.
I
Hold
love you.
up,
Simp!
hold on to
Simp!
those thoughts.
John,
Hold on to those
shut up.
thoughts. We
Guys,
still have one
hold
more
on.
question.
We got one more.
One more question.
Alright, most likely to run away and create their own society with sheep. This one got 12
Swear to God.
responses.
If I did not win, I'm gonna be very upset.
Nope, I know exactly
Tied
who won.
for third place is me and Sky.
This is bullshit.
Tied for second place is
This is
John and
rigged.
Tyler.
This is rigged.
And guess who won?
You.
Kevin.
Ted.
Kevin!
Ted, you live in
Hey,
Puerto Rico. You
this
already
is
have the
rigged.
sheep. You don't even have to run away.
You already have the necessary
I'm
requirements for it.
certain
gotta
this
gather
is
'em.
rigged.
I want to
This is
ask.
rigged.
I want to ask. I
I
want
want
to
to
ask.
recount.
Why did I win for being? I won one. Let's not get that. Let's not get that wrong. I won for not meeting the fucking parents.
Hey, you know
What is
I
wrong
didn't
with
win.
I don't know what's wrong
Comment
with it. Why
down
wouldn't you
below.
want me to take? Why wouldn't you want to take me to your parents?
Here's a little
Why?
game we can play with our viewers. Comment below if I'm ugly. Share if I'm ugly. Like if I'm ugly. Go fuck
Subscribe.
yourself if I'm cute.
Let's do a reverse Lego. Can we get a dislike for every person that thinks John is cute?
You know what? Hang on.
We got a reverse Lego.
I'm just really confused on why
I mean, I
people
won
think
depression
I would
pool,
make a
so-
society with sheep. I'm just.
Why wouldn't you?
You know
I mean,
what?
that's a goal to
fair,
have.
Tyler.
That's
You're
a
right.
goal to have.
You're
That's
right.
exactly
You're right.
why.
What's
You're
wrong
right.
with sheep? Damn.
A lot of
You know
sheep in
what's
Puerto
funny?
Rico, right?
You know what's actually funny? We have a sheep field literally right across the road. It's like right
Yeah.
there.
A match made in
This
heaven.
is
A
what we're
match made in
talking
heaven.
about.
Austin's
It's
already.
sealed.
Austin's like, he's already got his people.
I already got the people.
Hey, don't
I
talk
already
about my
started
people.
society.
We will send the people.
We'll send our people.
Bitch, I'm halfway. I'm halfway done. I just gotta finish the society, and there you go.
Just
I
gotta
have
get
a full
a few
society
more.
of sheep.
Then
Gotta
you
get
said
a few
it.
more. Name each of them.
Yeah,
Get a
hell yeah.
government in place. Fuck the government.
Communism.
No.
Who needs that?
The sheep are communists.
What's worse, being an anarchist or a communist? I don't know.
Yes.
The sheep are anarchists.
Being an anarchist communist, that's literally like hell mixed with Satan.
Yeah,
Oh God.
I'm not surprised.
Anarchist communism. What a theory.
But can we
What a-
just
I love
can we
that.
just appreciate the fact that I won the depression pool, which just means I am the saddest out of all of you.
I mean, pretty much.
And now that we're done with the questionnaire, I want to point out that this is going to become a normal thing every day or every week with our podcast. Today, it is me
Donning the dress shirt and the pajama pants.
Thank you very much. Continue on with your activities.
All right.
It was
So
supposed to be Dixon, but Dixon's camera
let's
broke.
let's head to the
Head over
That's
to the
a podcast
Let's see what
topics.
people got.
I see
And
one that
there's-
I find pretty interesting.
There's one that I said because I know I was gonna say it or forget about it.
Oh,
I want
see it right
everyone's
now.
opinion on the weirdest kink or fetish or something that one of you has, or the one that you think it's weird.
Why the
This
fuck
this
did
video
it
is
always
getting
come
age
to sex with
restricted.
you?
Not
This
that-
video is age restricted.
John. We talked about lolly
This
porn
video's not
last
getting
episode.
uploaded.
I don't think it matters.
We didn't do a whole bit on it.
It doesn't matter. It's fine.
I would like to preface that we move to the next topic.
All right. I have
agree,
one
though.
that I
Just
might.
so our
You know
video
what's fair.
doesn't get taken down.
Go ahead and let Tyler pick it, because he found one. that
Tyler
he liked.
pick.
That's fair.
Tyler
Yeah,
pick.
Tyler, go
So
ahead.
it's the most recent one in here by Brogel once again, saying the weirdest and most obscure thing that you know that makes people say, "Why do you know that?"
I could start off with this.
All right, let's have John start.
All right.
Owning a Tesla costs like 12 cents more on your electric car on like your electric bill, but you can't fix a Tesla yourself. You have to take it into the manufacturer because the bodywork is so like complicated around the battery that like it's basically impossible to get into like the battery chamber without taking it to a manufacturer.
Okay.
And how I know that we should also like
I'm gonna make the wheels look like
include
this
how we
and
know
make it
that.
a drift car.
Yes.
Tesla drift car.
Haha, funny. Haha, cargo skur.
Cargo
No, but we should
skirt and only skirt.
also include how we know that. I literally did a research paper in like sophomore year of high school on which is better, gasoline cars or electric cars.
All right. All right. I got one.
All of
Very
why you
nice.
knew that.
Thank you for sharing.
I got one. So, as it turns out, coffee gives you a 50 to 70% more enhancement on orgasms.
Why is it always sex with you?
Hey,
It's 2 episodes in a row.
It's a full circle. It's just a full circle, Kevin.
Oh my god.
give me a second.
Jesus.
My mom sent me this link.
Your mom's
on
all about
different...
sex too.
Oh my fucking god! If you let me finish, I can say it.
Oh no.
You don't get to finish.
Oh no, man!
Oh no.
I have 2 things.
You know what? I'll be
She
back
sent
in a
me.
bit.
She sent
when-
me.
My dog is going.
There, go ahead.
There it is.
There it is.
Should I come back? It seems very
No, you're
hostile
good.
right
You're
now.
fine.
About
You're
It always gets hostile. You'll be fine.
It's always
make
hostile about
make
sex.
sure. Hold on, just make sure that
It's
when
a
you have
joke.
sex, it's at a 45-degree angle.
Fucking Jesus Christ!
Hold on.
Okay.
You want to run that one by me again, there, bud?
Early for me, please,
All right.
sir.
I think they left already.
45-degree angle.
God damn
What does that mean? What does that mean?
it. Dixon is the aggressive protractor.
Dixon is always.
Everything has to be
45
45-degree
angles
angles
was
or
a
it
person?
upsets them.
Gotcha.
If 45 angles, if a 45 angle was a person, Dixon would already have slept with it.
Pretty much.
It.
All right. How I know that?
I can't assume
is
genders.
because
It's 2021.
For
John,
some
shut
reason,
up.
for some reason, my mom sent me fun facts about coffee, and I guess she didn't read the whole thing, but she sent me that because I've been recently drinking a unhealthy amount of coffee, and
You're just unhealthy.
she just sent
Coffee.
unhealthy because I think I almost had a heart attack like 2 days ago.
Oh no.
Not the point.
Wait.
Oh,
I just kept I kept reading all the things, and then the last one was that, and I'm like, how did someone actually figure that out? How did someone actually manage to like find that out? Like they just had like 4 cups of coffee, and they're like,
Go ham.
go ahead,
Go off.
All right,
let's see how it goes. And
I
I'm just figuring it out.
Don't
I'm
know how
like
to feel
trying to
about
think
this.
how did someone figure that? It's like, how did someone figure out about milk? They just saw cow's tits and they're like, I want to put that shit in my mouth. It's like, it's confusing.
yummy, cow TD.
All right. What's next?
Okay, I have
Awesome.
2.
Alright.
I have 2. Like I said
All
earlier, I
right,
have 2.
go ahead.
You probably
So-
have one of the ones that I have.
No. These are more just fun
No.
facts other than, like, how do you know that? But I think I know which one Tyler is talking about. I'll let him say that. A carrot gives you enough energy to walk a mile. You can look it up. You
Dope.
could...
I'm gonna eat a
That's
carrot and then immediately throw it out because carrots are garbage.
No, hear
Carrots
me
are
out, though.
delicious. You shut your
Carrots
poor
are
mouth.
great.
Another thing. This is related.
Carrots are
This is
the
related to
scum of the
coffee as
earth.
well. I learned this yesterday,
Alright.
and I did my research, and it's true. If you eat an apple in the morning instead of drinking a coffee, it'll actually give you more energy
Interesting.
because of the amino
I
acids.
like your
Very
words, funny
Because
man.
of the amino acids, the
I like
sugars.
your funny words.
I don't understand
carbs.
these large words.
I just
I'll just stop talking then.
Large words make brain go burr.
No, you know what? Thank you
The
for the
best one,
advice.
if you-
I'm still gonna drink a cup of coffee every day.
What are you drinking
I'm
next? Is
still
that a
not
root beer?
an apple. That's
Still not drinking
It's a cherry
coffee or
soda.
eating apples.
It's a what?
Cherry soda. I wish it was it's a cherry soda. I wish it was a Budweiser, but it's a cherry soda.
Okay, me too.
Cherry soda is tasty.
I agree.
I'm not gonna make that joke.
Product placement.
Product placement.
It's like
We are
that
not
video.
sponsored. We are not sponsored.
Oh,
We're not sponsored by
Not
any of the
sponsored.
featuring drinks
Not
in this video.
Tyler.
All right.
We are not
I just
sponsored by
wanna
any of the
I wanna
featuring drinks.
actually hear someone be like, "Hey, if you eat 4,000 bananas or like 40,000 bananas, you'll die of radioactivity." It's
That's
like,
literally-
yes.
All right.
Here's the thing.
Oh,
I
yes.
saw that in
Health.
I saw that in a Russian Badger video where the person was like, "We did this in like 7th grade year. If you ate 40,000 bananas in 10 minutes, you will die of radiation poisoning." Ah, yes, the radiation will kill you.
No, just
yeah,
eat
the
20
radiation.
bitter almonds and you'll be fine.
I think I just
Yeah,
bad
just enough for cyanide
at the
poisoning.
right time because all I heard was. Like,
I'm
zoning
sorry.
out.
What, Tyler?
Yeah, if you eat 20 bitter almonds, it'll kill you because of the cyanide in them.
I don't know what a bitter almond is, so I guess I'm safe.
It's an almond that's very, very bitter.
All John eats is blue diamond almonds.
Not
Eat enough of
sulfur.
those, you'll just get extremely sick.
He says
It's like a bitter cute. No, I can't remember what it was. It's like a bitter lemon. It's like a weird cucumber thing.
While we're waiting for John to bring up his almonds, Tyler, go.
All right. Oh, there they are.
There
Not
you go.
sponsored. Oh, the smokehouse. Okay.
Those are the best flavor, and nobody can tell me otherwise.
No, the
Those
best
are
flavor
so
is honey
tasty.
roasted, bro.
Can we
Yeah.
not argue about
That's
fucking
so
almonds? I'm trying to
basic.
learn things.
Try to learn.
basic.
Stop
Come on,
arguing
Tyler,
about
go.
almonds. I'm getting
All
turned
right.
on.
Fuck!
Oh my god. Good morning, everybody.
All right, go ahead.
I have two of them as well. The second one is probably more known, so I'm going to say that one first, honestly. Nitrous oxide, also known as laughing gas, is perfectly legal and can be made with pretty simple chemicals.
Yeah, nitrogen and oxygen. Idiot.
Crazy.
No way.
Fucking name.
Crazy.
It's almost like those are elements, not chemicals.
I'm going to stab you.
Going to stab you.
If you didn't say it, I was going to.
God
Fucking
damn it.
spoon!
So,
gonna spoon
All
keeping
right,
on
Tyler,
this.
the second one.
Cool.
The second one.
The second one, which is the opposite direction. This one's very lethal. If you mix urine and bleach, you will get mustard gas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's wine and
Yeah, I
bleach.
know that.
Dumbass.
I'm gonna have
Why
to
do I
try
know this?
that right
That's the
Very
recipe
illegal
for mustard
reasons.
gas.
Mustard guy.
Mustard gas.
Peggy, did you tell people to mix ammonia and bleach? Yeah. That's the recipe for mustard gas.
Mustard gas.
Mustard gas.
Master
God
Goose.
damn
I had a
it.
stroke. I'm sorry.
Oh yes, Master Goose.
Not excused.
Master Chief.
No.
All right, Sky.
So
No.
Do not bring Master Chief into this.
you can fit a total of 2 raccoons in your ass.
That's a known fact.
Oh,
Yeah.
That is a no.
That's why I tried it last week.
Okay, I like how you guys say it's a known fact. I didn't fucking know you can fit 2
Well, you're in
raccoons
Puerto
in
Rico,
your ass.
so-
Two full size. Your people probably are
two
the ones that
adult
figured it out.
Say, Ted, Ted,
your people.
I'm gonna learn you a little something, Ted.
Yeah, see,
Look at me.
Ted.
Look at me. Look at me.
Yes.
All right. Cool. So,
Good.
your rectum can actually stretch to about 8 centimeters, while a raccoon can fit into a 4-centimeter hole. So you can fit 2 raccoons in your ass.
the pure terror that came from this man's face.
I just stared directly into the camera the whole time. I'm also speaking to the audience.
You're not safe either.
You're
Either
not
is-
safe.
You're not fucking safe.
Neither are any of you.
Anyway,
Okay.
Micah,
Is it
your
time for
turn,
my
go.
facts? Yay!
All right,
Go
go
for
ahead,
it.
Micah.
Vibe check.
Males can achieve orgasm by stimulating their prostates with a red hot poker.
why the fuck do you know that?
Is it concerning that I knew that too?
No, 'cause I knew it. I knew that
I
too.
feel like
Watched Hannibal.
what's his phrase? Tim Allen off of Home Improvement.
I have
Hey, is it bad that I don't know what a red poker
hot
is?
iron poker, like for a fireplace?
Oh, that.
Yes, but red hot. Thousands
People don't know what a poker is. I'm sorry.
Ted leaned back. He's like, I might try it later.
I have a second one as well. This one I kind of
Alright,
like a
go
little
ahead.
bit more.
Oh, God.
Vocal cords, like human vocal cords, can be treated the same way as like catgut for like orchestral instruments like cellos, violins,
I knew that.
violas,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
I knew that.
I knew that.
I think that's really cool.
That's really
I
interesting.
want to
honestly.
turn
That
into a
whole,
cello when
It's
I
like a
die.
that
didgeridoo.
whole process is crazy.
Oh, I actually have another one that just came into my head. Okay, so I had this history thing about World War II. So and I wanted to throw a fun fact. Did you know that Volkswagen was actually made by Hitler? He is technically okay. Fine, I guess that.
Three people in use.
Did you ever go to history class in school?
In school.
What?
That's almost like telling me and trying to say that it's a new fact that came out that Hitler was an artist.
Fine. Did you know that back then a Beetle took an hour to build and it was only $600 to buy one?
I did know that.
Okay, fine. You know what,
Ted? You have to realize that I'm also just as much of a car nerd as you are. Oh no.
Alright, sounds fair.
The world would probably
like
be
if they're
much,
actually
much
accepted into
better
our school.
place.
If you think
You
about it,
would've
if you
gone
actually
to
got
Whoa.
accepted, what would happen?
Whoa, hang on. My internet just went wacko for a second.
Are we still recording?
I want everyone to stop.
It's alright. We're
What
an
just
hour in.
happened?
Conspiracy theories.
Auschwitz would have been a very different place.
Stop.
I'm glad my internet's going out.
Stop.
Okay, so we can fit one more topic.
We've been going for about an hour.
Yeah, we've been going for an hour and my internet is deciding to
How about-
cut out. So,
Alright. So, I guess we'll just end it here.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm down for
We
that.
kind of have to.
Alright, do the
I don't
outro,
know
Tyler.
what's
That's
going
not
on.
fair.
I did the outro.
What's your
Tyler,
time?
do the outro. Tyler.
Tyler,
do the outro.
Tyler,
Bye-bye.
Tyler.
No.
Alright.
Say
Alright.
Thank you all for joining us on
Alright.
the Six Idiots podcast. Dixon, it was nice having you
Well-
here. I was just gonna do
Thank
the
you guys for
outro.
just
It's not.
Um,
It's not if you feel it. You
those
will goddamn
two have
subscribe.
guns.
You
And
will
that one
subscribe.
down there.
subscribe.
This is not a joke. This is a
You will
threat.
Subscribe.